Hello, friends. Welcome to Ask Ashley, our weekly live Q&A where you can ask me your crochet business questions. No, I do not have a dip in my mouth. This is sympathy lip swelling. Ava got hit in the mouth yesterday. I was thinking about it before I went to sleep. Woke up with a swollen lip, sympathy lip swelling. Don't know what's going on, but there's like a knot under there. So hopefully it goes away soon. But I'm not dipping. Not just here with a big chew in my mouth. If you are not familiar with what that is, it's a form of tobacco that like a lot of country folk do, specifically men, but sometimes women, for anybody who's like super duper confused. Okay, we have 3 questions so far. I'm going to answer them in the order that they were given to me. I don't think I have any announcements besides the fact that Ask Ashley will be for the rest of the month of November at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I am not digging it. I am not digging this time slot. It is dark. It is pert near bedtime. That means very close to bedtime. And I have it just like, oh yeah, don't forget Ask Ashley all day long. Because I keep forgetting even what day of the week it is this right now. Like I know Ask Ashley is on Wednesdays, but I forget when it's Wednesday. So I don't know if we're going to stick to the 7 o'clock p.m. Schedule or not. I'm not digging it. I did put up a poll in my Instagram stories yesterday asking you guys when would be the best time for Crochet Miss lives. And 47% of people said 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we'll be hanging out till 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I might do one that late, but I just don't think that's when I'm at my best. I think you're going to get less quality Ashley time if we do it that late. So hopefully 6 o'clock was the next one, and then 2 o'clock was the next one. People are not digging the 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we will get it figured out. I'm still working on it. I promise, trying to get Crochet Miss all set up. We do have Crochet Miss t-shirts. I should have grabbed that link for you. They should be in the shop on my blog. But we do have Crochet Miss t-shirts for anybody who wants to purchase them this year. I did not have them. Here they are. I did not have them last year, but I do have them this year. So if anybody's interested in this Crochet Miss t-shirt, matches the hat that I'm currently, this is mirrored, so it's weird. Whoop, whoop. These are available for purchase, and I put a link for you there in the comments. So I'm working on Crochet Miss. I'm working on my content calendar for the 2025 content calendar. I'm working on my Nutcracker that I've been sharing stories about. Sharing parts on my reels recently. And today I just decided that I'm going to turn Ava's house bed into a gingerbread house. So I've been working on that. I've been trying to film as much of it as I can. That way I can post it as a reel as well once it's finished. Today I scotch taped every empty cookie or cereal or Nutri-Grain bar cardboard box I could find. I opened them up and I taped them together and made a big old platform, and that's what I'm going to build the shingles on for her roof. And then I'm just going to plop it up there with some hefty staples, I think. And then I got some stuff to make gumdrops, and I got some stuff to make icing. It's going to be a fun time. I figured she's 9. Next year at Christmas time, she'll be 10, almost 11. She might not still have her house bed. And this might be my last opportunity to turn it into a gingerbread house. Plus, her Christmas tree in her bedroom is like candy themed. So I was like, it's the perfect time now or never. Make it work. So that's also what I'm doing. So let's jump into the questions. The first 2 are from Carrie, and she says, what is a good number of products for Etsy? I want to give options, but I don't want to overwhelm. Ideal customer, working woman, 30, no kids yet. That's my sister. Midwest, but attended. That's my sister, but Kentucky, not Texas. So Carrie, great question. I get this question all the time when people start building their Etsy shops. First off, you are in the right state of mind. I feel like my hat is really messing with the lighting, and it's my shirt and my hat's contrast, so we're just gonna take that off. But you are in the correct state of mind, not wanting to overwhelm your customers. That's a hard one to teach my students. If they can get in that mindset, things go a lot smoother for them, but that's a hard mindset to get into. So you're already over the first hurdle. So that's really good. Second, there's not a magic number of Etsy listings. The more listings you have, the more opportunities you have to show up in search results in the Etsy search box. So the more opportunities you have for Etsy strangers to find you via the search box. I like the look of a full shop, and I think it might be different on a phone. Let me see, www.etsy.com. I know you can't see it right now. I just want to see, like, I'm just going to click on somebody's shop, and then I'll tell you what I see. Hang on. I think it's 9. Okay, 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so let me share my screen. We can see a whole bunch of listings here. So first off, gorgeous. I don't love that they put the words on the banner. I feel like it's a little distracting, and it's also kind of hard to read. This is really lovely. This is a lovely banner. But if you see, so these are their 4 featured items, and then goes straight into her shop. Can you see me? And sorry. Okay, wait, redo. I'm so sorry. I hit share and then it switched over, but it didn't come to you. There it is. Okay, and again, here's her banner. Love the banner. Not loving the words on the pictures because I think it's a little hard to read and also a little bit busy. But overall, gorgeous banner. Just throwing that out there. But then you have her featured listings, and then we have her actual shop. So if you look, these are also in this mix. Your featured are just your regular listings that you star and put them, and Etsy automatically puts them in this featured area. So this does not count as 4 more listings. Like however many listings she has, this is included in those. They're just on there twice, basically. So if we're scrolling 4, 8, 12, 16, let's say 20. Let's say 20 would be a really nice number. I don't know if you can see I tried to squish it. Is it squishing for you guys? I don't know if I was trying to, it squished. I was trying to see what it would look like as, let me see if I can just pull it away from here. Okay, and pull it. Let's see if I can squish it. Yes. Let's see what it looks like if it was on mobile. I think this is the mobile view. I just made it really small. If anybody was curious how I did that. 2, 4, 6, 8. So if it's mobile, I mean, 20 keeps them scrolling for a while. But if it's on the computer, I think 20 is a decent full shop just for aesthetic purposes. It looks nice aesthetically. But it's not a magic number. There's not a certain number of listings that you put in your shop and then Etsy starts taking you seriously. That doesn't exist. So you don't have to stress about that. It's literally just serving your ideal customer well, making sure your shop's organized in a way that serves her. That's foremost important. And then the next important is showing up in search results on Etsy so you can grow your business, grow your customer base. Hey, Christina. Hey, Leno. So I would say shoot for 20, Carrie, but it's not the end all be all. But also, that being said, I had another thought. Etsy, 20 listings. I don't remember. It was something about the number of listings. It'll come back to me. I can't remember. But that's going to aggravate me. What's a good number of products for Etsy? I want to give options, but I don't want to overwhelm. Okay, hopefully it'll come back to me, Carrie. Man, I feel like it's right on the tip of my tongue. We're going to keep going. She also asks, how do I come up with keyword-rich Etsy listings for different colors? I have enough trouble filling out all the SEO words for one listing. So, Carrie, the good news is, let's say that you are going to sell. Let me go back. Let me click on these. These are cute. Let's say you are going to sell these little fanny packs and you want, there we go. Maybe this shop has multiple listings of fanny packs. Let's see. Cute. Okay, cute. So they've got multiple listings of fanny packs. I'm trying to get an idea of what's going on. So if you list your thing, say you sell Claire Bun beanies, you sell 8 different color Claire Bun beanies. You have 8 listings for your adult Claire Bun beanies. There, when you make your listing, there's a spot for you to put in the attributes, the color. So you can put it in the attributes, and then you can also put it in the title. So maybe you collect a pool of 50 keyword phrases that you can use to describe a Claire Bun beanie. So we've got messy bun beanie, top knot hat, top knot beanie, ponytail beanie, ponytail hat, beanie with a hole in it, hat with a hole in it. And we could go, toque is the word in Canadian that they use to say beanie. They call them toques, toboggans, winter hat. We could make a big old list. 50 would be amazing, but some products will be easier to get keywords for than others. But you can only use so many characters per listing. So you will just create, say you have 8 listings of Claire Bun beanies. You will have 8 different keyword combinations from your big old pool of keywords. Okay. You can plop in the color a couple times. So let's say blue messy bun beanie, top knot hat, beanie with a hole in it, blue winter hat, blue women's winter hat. Okay. But it's also going to be an attribute, and attributes count as tags. So you get 13 tags at the bottom. Attributes count as tags. So also people can filter by attribute. So if they were shopping on Etsy and they knew they wanted a blue hat, they could say, only show me the blue ones. I only want to see the blue ones. So using the attributes is very smart and super easy to do. So make sure you're using them. That's another reason why I suggest listing by color. All of your products should be listed by color. That way you also get more listings, because you could have one listing where they can choose the color from the drop down, or 8 listings for each color. Now, in each listing, you can show a picture of all 8 colors that you offer and let them know that there are other other color options if they wanted a different color. But we want the listing to be set up algorithmically to show up in search results for people who know what they're looking for, the color that they want. So also, like, you can use words like neutral. If you're doing a linen Claire Bun beanie, you could say neutral Claire Bun beanie, off-white, beige, dirty white. I think there's another word that means neutral, but I can't figure it out right now. You could say boho. Like, you can think of other words to describe the color. So if you had neon pink, you could say bright Claire Bun beanie, or 90s inspired Claire Bun beanie, 80s inspired, things like that is another option. Popping out because she sounds angry. I am angry. That might not be a real person. Mackenzie's not here to help me with comments. That might not be a real person. Hopefully that was helpful, Carrie. I don't think you're hanging out in the comments, so she's probably going to be catching the replay. But hopefully that was helpful. When it comes to figuring, you don't have to come up with a whole bunch of new keywords just because it's the color. Like, you could, if the color has some good keywords with it, like linen and neutral, those are really good. People search neutral messy bun beanie, neutral ponytail, neutral women's hat, neutral colors, like things like that. Let me go back over here. I'm going to type in the word neutral, and the things that auto-populates is neutral wall art, neutral prints, neutral Christmas stockings. If you sell crafty boho stockings or Claire stockings and you sell them in the color linen or other neutral colors, you should add that to your tags of your listing and maybe put it in the description, but don't mess with the title if your listing is doing well. Neutral Christmas decor popped up. If I type in neutral winter space, download and wreath are the first ones to pop up. I'm going to say hat, neutral winter hat, and I hit enter. Now it is searching. I think it's okay for me to share. I don't think it's going to add to stage. I don't think it's going to show anything like personal. Oh, Carrie's listening. Okay, awesome. Let me know. Earth tones. Thank you, Christina. That's another one. Earth tones. But I typed in neutral winter hat, and here are some of the things that's auto-populating. So black can be considered neutral, gray, beige, linen, like a taupe color. So you could keep that in mind. What if we said bright wall art, bright eyes, bright presets, bright prints, bright table runner? Let's see what bright wall art gives us. Very bright, very funky. What if we said funky? So funky tights, earrings, wall decor, or just decor in general. Funky earrings. So that would be, for me, like bright colors would be funky depending upon what it is that you're selling. This one's not bright. I wouldn't consider those funky. They're very pretty. Oh, those are funky. Those are funky. So if your colors if you can use some more descriptive words to describe that color without using the color itself over and over again, like linen, 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 I think that could be very helpful. So you could look up, like maybe you could just Google descriptive words that mean blue. I mean, I was thinking cool. What's a descriptive word? What's that? Adjective? Adjectives that describe blue. They're giving you lots of different options for blue, like different names of blue, like navy, cobalt, cyan. Like you could get specific, maybe blue, messy bun beanie, and then like navy. If it's a navy blue, you could say blue one time and then navy one time. Or if you said blue in the drop down for the attributes, when you made the listing, maybe you use navy. If it is a navy blue, you get more specific. But you don't have to use blue 600 times. Yes, Carrie and I had the same idea at the same time. Absolutely. So you could get some good adjectives that describe the color you're using that people might search. I think that could be helpful. Okay. Let me see if I got more questions. Christina, did you ask a question? Did it cut you off? Okay. Do you think I could put the... Okay, wait, I got it. Wait, now let's just want to start. What do you think? Okay. I think I'm getting all of the... Okay. Next one is Deborah, and she says, when I have a large Etsy order, 8 Santa hats, is it possible to split it up into 2 packages for easier mailing? So, Deborah, you jumped in a little early and popped in your question early, so I was able to pre-think about it while we were waiting for the live to start. I was trying to think. I can't think of a time that it would be beneficial to do that, because mailing, or if it's like, it should be the same worldwide. Mailing goes by weight. So if it's 2 10-pound packages, it's not gonna be 10 pounds, but if it's 2 10-pound packages or 1 20-pound package, it should be about the same to mail it. 2 has all kinds of reasons why you shouldn't do that. Like, what if one gets lost? What if one gets damaged? What if one shows up late and one shows up on time? Like, all kinds of things could go wrong with 2. I'm trying to think of what it is. So you could get, my foot's asleep. You could get a big old poly mailer. This one, this size right here, could probably fit all of your beanies. If you needed to, you could, my foot is asleep. You could do like an airtight situation where you suck out all of the air to make it even smaller. Just make sure it doesn't damage it on the way back. But if it's heavy enough to fit in like a priority box, like if you go through and it's over 16 ounces or whatever the USPS is for first class, let's see, USPS first class weight limit, 13 ounces. 13 ounces is the maximum weight. So if your 8 beanies was more than 13 ounces, maybe it would be more efficient to use the priority mailboxes and fill one up. But usually it's not going to be any cheaper to split it up into 2 packages in my experience. Now, unless I've just missed something completely, it would be best to ship it in 1 package if you could. I don't know what specific hindering you have to your packages. If you just don't have a poly mailer that's big enough. I mean, this one might not be big enough for 8 Santa hats. Let me see. It might only hold like 5. What could we do? Roll it, maybe? I don't know how many I'd be able to like really shove down in here. I don't know. I could probably fit more than I'd think. I don't know. But they make poly mailers even bigger than this. I've had one that's even bigger than this because I was trying to find one to ship a cactus pillow in. And what I ended up doing, Deborah, is I took 2 of these bad boys and like put my cactus pillow in there. I think it was a pencil pillow. Let me grab one. I can't reach it. It's at the top of my closet, so that won't work. Anyway, I put the pencil pillow in this one, like this. And then I put this one on top of the pencil pillow, like this. Open this guy. Open this, sealed to this. Open this one, sealed to this one. So they were sealed to each other. Secure it with some packaging tape. But I was able to ship it with 2 of these things. Obviously, that's not the most aesthetically pleasing. So depending upon your brand, that might not fly. Like with Christina's brand, she's hanging out here. That would not fly with hers. Hers is like ready to be gifted type things, and that's going to be a little bit janky. But for some brands, it's fine. For my brand, it was fine. My brand was not a luxury brand or anything that would mean I needed bougie packaging. I love the idea of having a brand like that. In my mind, I think it would be awesome for Gracie dolls. I'm thinking like American Girl doll theme, but like for Gracie dolls, I think that would be lovely. But for the way that I was doing it, it was fine like that. So that's something to keep in mind too. Let me see if we got any. I've not got any comments coming in from Deborah. She might be watching the replay. But I would keep trying to ship it with one shipping, one container. Hopefully that's helpful. If so, how do I manage that with buying my postage label through Etsy? You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd only be able to get one of them through Etsy, and then you'd have to do the other one like through Pirate Ship. You can do Pirate Ship. But then they might, I don't know. I would try to put them together. That's what I would try to do. Next question is Waynell, and she says, how do you think I can get buyers to check out? I've had so many items that say in cart, but no sales yet. I'm restarting from scratch in my Etsy shop. So Waynell, me personally, as a consumer, I put things in my cart so that I'll do it on Amazon because I don't just want to buy one thing. And the next time I need to buy something, the other thing is already in my cart. I'm like, okay, now I have 2 things. I can buy them. If they did something to try to make me buy it earlier, it wouldn't work. It might work if they gave me a coupon, depending upon how significant it was. But you don't want to build your brand around being a budget or a discount brand. It's not ideal for handmade businesses because whether you sell it for $5 or whether you sell it for $25, you still have to make it. It still takes the same amount of time for you to make it. Even if you change your materials and use less expensive materials, it still takes the same amount of time. So I don't recommend trying to build your business around being a budget friendly, wait for the coupon type business. I just feel like that's going to create a whole pool of problems that you don't want to deal with that will happen in the future. That being said, if you don't care to do that, there is an option through Etsy that they will send a, did you leave this in your cart coupon automatically. It's in the settings. I'm pretty sure because they've asked me to set it up 100 times. And I think I have set it up for digital products because I don't make that. I made it one time. It's different. Unless your prices are so high that you are accounting for already giving discounts, like that's possible. Some people do that. Some people build their whole brand with these skyrocketed prices because they know that their people like a good discount. And so they think they're getting a discount. So a lot of companies built their brands like that. Unless that would be the only way that I would be pushing coupons. Personal opinion. So other than that, like how else could you? I don't think there's much you can do. Something that you can do to try to urge them is in the description of your listing, make it very clear why they need this, why they need the thing that you sell. If whatever's important to them. So I've done some exercises before where my ideal customer cared very much about what other people thought of her. That was like at the top of her priority list, was she wanted to be seen as a fashionista or a really good mom or whatever it is, whatever her thing is. She cared very, very much about other people's opinions. She had anxiety about it. Like she always wanted to appear the way that she wanted to be known as. If I sold a product that was going to make her achieve that goal very easily, I would say that in the description. I would say, every time you wear this scarf, you're going to get 6 people asking you where you got it from because they're going to be so obsessed. Like I would talk like I think she would talk. And then she'd be like, I need it. I need it right now. I need people to want to know where I got my scarf from. If your person cared very much, like she was super eclectic and she wanted one of a kind pieces, and you had one scarf that you're never going to make again, and you were like, this is a one of a kind piece. Nobody else will have this piece, will have a piece like yours. Like she's going to be like, I need it right now before it's sold. Anything that's seasonal, like the Santa hats, you could say in your listing, only available through December 25th, and then they'll be gone until next year. That creates urgency and FOMO. So if you can put that in your description, they'd be like, ooh, I better get it now. Like things like that in the description to try to seal the deal. But we're not allowed to we're not allowed to message them. Pretty sure that's against Etsy's policies to message them and be like, hey, I see you left that in your cart. Is there anything I can do to persuade you? That would be so awful. I don't even want to say it out loud all the way. It just sounds so icky to me. I'm not a big fan of sales and like sales type jobs. I had one in college. It was horrible. I like marketing. Like I can tell you why this thing is going to raise your quality of life and why it's going to be awesome for you. And like, it's perfect for you and you're perfect for it. Like I can do that all day long. But to be like, but act now or you're gonna miss it. I just can't I'm not very good at it. It doesn't come naturally to me. But that's why I teach for my students to lead with the benefits. Always in all of your social media, in your email marketing, always bring it back to the benefit the customer is going to have from buying your thing. And if you can make it about them, they will be more likely to purchase it down the road. The fact that it's in their cart is very good. Wait, now hopefully something will happen and they'll be like, oh, I need to go. I didn't finish checking out for that or whatever. Hopefully, or maybe if it's like getting low on quantity in your shop, maybe Etsy will be like, there's only 2 left. You better hurry. Like Etsy might do that on their own. So if you've got your stuff set to made to order, maybe keep your quantities like 5 or so. That way it can go down and then you can just go back, make sure you keep watching it every day or every time you get a sale and make sure you didn't sell out, right? Go back, change your quantity every time if it's made to order. But that could work to make her think, oh, shoot, I better get them before they're sold out. Sometimes that could work. Hopefully that was helpful, sister. I know that it can be frustrating to see them in the carts and then not moving. You're welcome. Deborah, she says, I use your holiday wraps on each hat, so it makes it a large order. I wonder if you could, I wonder how, I mean, is it a crafty boho or is it a different? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, how could we, I wonder maybe like that. And then So Deborah, for this instance, like you're not always going to be selling 8 to one customer. In this specific instance, if it is not practical to use the wraps, just don't use them. Like your customer is going to care more about not paying a bazillion dollars for shipping than that they are all going to be individually wrapped. Most likely, unless you've marketed it in that way and they're expecting it. But also it might not make a difference in the price. Like if it's a 2-pound thing, you're not going to be able to ship it first class anyway. So you might as well use a box. And with priority, there's different size boxes. And if it fits, it ships. So you could find, like, I would definitely do some testing. Deborah, the priority boxes are free. Last I checked. So you could go grab a couple sizes and go home and make sure you got just like one hat finished and try to eyeball like where they're going to fit together. I'm trying to see. I wonder if you could like, no. I don't know. But if you could get your boxes and then try your hats in the boxes and see what size works best, that's what I would do. I would do a bunch of trial and error and then make a note of it so you can remember the next time if somebody buys lots of hats. That way you can remember. I'm glad you found it helpful. How does Etsy count that I did actually mail it if I don't buy postage label from Etsy? If it's hat. So if you don't get your label through Etsy and you use Pirate Ship, there's a spot for you to put the tracking before you check out. You can get the tracking number from Pirate Ship and put it into the Etsy order, and you'll just hit like completed order and add the tracking there. That way Etsy knows, hey, she means business. She's not just being silly. Yeah, the hats together were almost 2 pounds, she said. So I would go for a box anyway. And then if it's the same price to get this size box over this size box, but this one allows for you to use your labels too, just do that box. Or if it's like $1 more, just do that box if that's important to you. If not, if it's like a $10 difference, squish them in this box. Like not most people are not going to be buying 8. Like this is a special circumstance. So hopefully that helps. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name because I'm horrible. Oh, we're at our 30-minute mark. So I'm just going to say, go through and binge watch some Ask Ashley replays for first time opening an Etsy shop, folks. Because I give lots of Etsy advice. They're just in like bite-sized pieces throughout the different videos. So if you go to acraftyconcept.com/Ask Ashley. Yes, that is a real thing. If you go there, it will take you to the replays. I'll pop it in the comments for you, and you can check them out via the replays, and hopefully that will be helpful. Christina, ask me next week or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will try to get to your question. Cat ear hats that are sitting in carts. Oh, I know it can be frustrating, Waynell. We just gotta, the fact that they're in their cart though, that's half the battle. You're almost there. I think it's maybe inside of your cat ears listing, you could talk about how cool they are or whatever your person needs them for. Like whatever she's buying them for, really drive that point home in the description or in the photos even, if you're able to pull that off, to try to seal the deal that way. But that is our time together for this week's Ask Ashley. I'm going to go work on Ava's gingerbread house bed because it's very fun for me, and I can't wait to watch it come together. I will see you guys next week. Let me pull up my little banner. 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have two more left in November, and then December will be a different time because I do not like the middle of the night. I don't like it. I'm not my best at the middle of the night. Also, the number of people, I don't know if you can see it. I can see it right here on my screen. I don't think people like this middle of the night situation. So hopefully we can switch it up in December and go with a different time. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you learned something. I hope you got pumped and excited to go grow and run your crochet business. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.